Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to the Mancunian Way. I hope you are all well. Let me just get into it all. Well, another day, another meltdown, another panic station, another rumour, another everything. I hope everyone is well. Why are we all here? Quite simply, obviously, Guillem Balague, who was the ghostwriter for Pep Guardiola, has come out with a tweet today, and I will show everyone now if you're all wondering where we are. Let me just share my screen. There you go. That was the big tweet from earlier. Guillem Balague, Manchester City have decided Savinho is to stay. That kills any possibility of Rodrigo joining City. Real Madrid did not get any offer of him, as it was always depending on Savinho leaving 1,000%. That was or is the state of play. And then everyone's just got into a little bit of a meltdown because I think everyone had bought into the idea of Savinho going, let's say. Right, get rid of that. I did a space last night and I asked a question. I was being a bit naughty. I'm not going to lie, I was being a bit naughty. Do we need Rodrigo, etc.? I'd already had the Iggy that this was coming. But I'm not an ITK, so I don't put shit out. I don't do it. I just try and I'd rather have a debate about stuff rather than I've been told. It's a load of BS, all that. But yeah, MCFC is a clown. Savinho is a clown. He's not committed. Shut this rumor down. I can't. Just put in earlier, Rodrigo would have taken it to another squad. Needs to produce. Graham Bailey was the first bet you will sell Savinho. That was 6 hours ago. Right, I'm going to tell everyone now. For somebody to sell, you need a buyer. A buyer who is going to buy at your price. You can want a car. You can want anything. If the dealership is selling a car at 80 grand, £80,000, and you have only got £60,000 and you're only willing to pay £60,000, doesn't matter how much you want the car, you don't get it. Tottenham are not willing to go to the levels we want. The other thing I'm going to say to everyone right now is Galatasaray are not willing to go to where Manchester City want either. On Ederson. So before you all start jumping down the Donnarumma rabbit hole as well, I think what it is I think. Oh, hang on. Oh, can't comment again. Let me look into this. Sorry, I'm going to work this out. Somebody who I know, for some weird reason, is not able to comment on the videos, and I don't know why. A good friend of mine, and he's not been banned. He's not on the ban list, and he shouldn't be on the ban list anyway. So I don't know what's happened there. I will come back to you in 1 second. I just want to make sure I can get this guy in to speak, because he should be able to. Right, standard mods, approved users. So we're going to go in here. I'm going to find. You're not on the ban list, mate. I don't know what the hell has happened. Contact Google, because you're not on the ban list, and you weren't on the ban list anyway, mate. I don't know why. Good friend of mine, for some reason, cannot comment. I don't know why. Very weird. Very, very weird. And you're not banned. I'm looking at you now, mate. You're not banned. Wow, you're not banned. And I want to make sure, because you shouldn't be banned anyway. Just WhatsApp me if you can hear what I'm saying now, mate. You know who you are, so just WhatsApp me now. You're not on the ban list. No, I don't know what's happened there. I'll give you a bell in a bit. We'll get that sorted. My apologies. Promise you we'll get it sorted. Saviano, but see, why are we sat right? This is where I'm at. What are we Saviano stuff about? Where are we at the Saviano stuff? Martin, shut this down. I can't. Saviano is offering Savinho a starting role. He isn't offering anything a starting role. I think we need to make sure Ray Cannon will happen first too. As a club, can't sell Savinho, then no Rodrigo. Exactly. Biana out. Martin, what do you want to be? It doesn't matter what I want, mate. It's what happens. It would quite be easy to get drawn into some of this absolute nonsense around transfers. A spot on Blue Art. Rodrigo just needs the bid. Doesn't, because we haven't got any room, Jake. There is no room to buy any more players without selling people. These conflicting reports are rather confusing. Mercedes want to focus on football. Exactly. Jake, something about it's invaluable keeping a winger 1%. But again, you have to sell to buy. $70 million offer. No, because they haven't offered that, Jake. City won't even get $40 million for Savio in 23 months. You know what will hurt more? Liverpool signing Rodrigo. Some fans are just fat. Yeah, but we're getting very emotional at the moment. Very emotional. What do you want me to shut down? I don't know. Pep rates Savinho and never wanted him to sell. You might not want to hear this, but can't be asked for Savinho missing 3-yard sitters. I think Pep has very little to do with players leaving at the moment. Big squad and everything must start for themselves. I just want to know what the plan is. The plan is we kick the iron out. Jake, calm down. Just calm down, Jake. People who say Saviano, how do you know that exactly? It may be Lieber. I think we're going way over the top here. Way over the top. Because I think what's happened is everyone's got a little bit too much in love with the idea of Rodrigo and Donnarumma. Who cares? 70 million is 70 million. It's not the way business works, Jake. Fab says, who stays? Be careful who you listen to. He definitely has a saying, but I think it's up to the players to decide. I don't think he's trying to convince you to stay. That's up to him. If both of these players remain at City, I back them in a City shirt. Exactly, I back anyone who's in a City shirt, mate. Might help us kick Savinho out. He's unbelievable at shooting you, I bet him. I don't have any say. What the hell? Viana is a failure. Tell me why Viana is a failure. Jesus, everyone's very angry about this, aren't they? Angry people. Well, they kind of did in a way. They kind of did say they didn't want to sell Viana, Savinho. Not just Savio is staying. I was coming to that in a minute. People are already angry at this. I don't want to start dropping the Ederson stuff on them. That's what I'm saying. We don't know what's going on. Guys, I don't work in the club. I don't work in the club. I think people have just got to chill out here. I don't work at the club. Seriously, I don't. I don't know where all this has come from. Right, there's loads of comments, and I want to make sure I get everything up. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to Viana's new transfer tactics and policy. If the club want to keep Savinho, why they let all this Rodrigo? No. Fabrizio, etc., let the Rodrigo stuff go. I agree. Maybe the club should have shut it down. Martin told us all right. No, I said if Savinho goes, Yusuf. Listen to what I say. If. I've always said one has to go for one to come. Love how Viana took Levy for a walk for 2 weeks, so only show him the door and tell him to F off. That's what you get for the Harry Kane saga. There is some truth in that, by the way. I can't shut it down. Top tier Spurs, they bid 6, so he's going. One of the rumours is that Viana is out of the swamp and they are after Mr. Donner. Smash the likes coming in. Big up, Jay. This is true, but Guillem Balague said City were open for the move. But the bid's never come. The bid's not coming, Cade. I keep saying this to people. If you've got a car for sale, would you sell it like $5,000 under the market value? Would you? People just got to chill a little bit. I know they're angry because they got it. Yes, Dash. How are you, mate? Big up, AK. Well, looks like it's on. Yeah, it's popping off. Eddie at Trafford. I could say Donna can't play with his feet. Is nonsense. Well, we'll see. I mean, it's a big drop, that, by the way. That's a massive drop, though, my data, between 70 and 85. Massive drop. Dash, can you shut down this, please? I don't know what people are asking people to shut down here. We're not in the club, people. Big up, everyone. More ACLs. I'm trying to force Spurs' hand with Savinho news. Maybe. I don't know. The option is there, but Yusuf, they can't move until Savinho goes. Yes, mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, JMCFC. That's what matters the most. Appreciate it. Martin Savinho, no bid. He's staying up to now. If he wants out, why is he staying? Because the bid has. I don't get what are people wanting me to say here. I don't get what people are asking me to say. I don't know why Ozzy's doing that. Time and a place, Ozzy. Do you think we get Donnarumma at the moment? No, I don't think we do. After Madrid's crybaby stuff with the Ballon d'Or for last season, will they really let Rodrigo come to City? Where's Fabrizio? Everyone's waiting on Fabrizio. I love it. Everyone is waiting on Fabrizio at the moment. It's just one source saying this and the next is saying something completely different. A lot of people are actually now starting to distance themselves from it. I think people are looking at what was said a few hours ago. The recency now is that things have stopped, even from the Tottenham end. Because there's a Tottenham fan who I was speaking to earlier said City are concerned they won't have time to negotiate any type of replacement. Because here's another thing, the Rodrigo stuff isn't going to be a 5-minute negotiation. This is not, people think that we've got Rodrigo on the back burner, ready in the back door to come in. And that's not the case. Things take time. Now, yes, if Tottenham come back and we'll see, but I said to you, Tottenham can't leave it until the last minute and come in on deadline day, bid the money, and then we've got nothing else to do. There has to be a cut-off point to this. There's only, 12 days left. I'm very calm, mate. It's people, everyone else in the chat losing it, mate. He literally ain't injured. He apparently has got a knock. Savinho is gone. Twitter meltdown, never. I've seen a few dead sources early saying Rodrigo prefers to move to Merseyside over Manchester. Now all saying this. Suppose we'll see. Get Savio gone. Bell's in upper. Mark for the £5. Big up, mate. Won't be offered a packet of what's it's for him next year. Bang average player amongst many average ones we have. I will support the team, but not him. Strong views. £2 again. Thank you, Amar. Trying to sell a micro for the price of a Porsche. And Kay, thank you for renewing for 26 months, mate. Appreciate that. Really do appreciate that. Hang on, I just need to come down some other comments. Some people are making silly comments here. Did I hear anything, Martin? Yeah, I got the rumor I got was he was going to stay. Martin, you remember calling you a god? That's how the chat section is treating you. They want you to fix it. I wish I could fix it. Well, I don't know what you want me to do. I can't fix it. I don't work at the club. I'm just a content creator, people. I think all this negotiating tactics plus this makes sure Savinho isn't done in time for the game at the weekend. Let's go. All you man can hold that. He's got his Savinho thing there. Too many fans think we're just going to throw 100 million. That's another thing. Maybe we don't want to spend 100 million euros on Rodrigo. I was worrying about this letting Savinho take too long. That was my worry, Mad Hatter, on Daniel Levy. Daniel Levy hates Manchester City. Hates Manchester City. Hates them with a passion. Major reason between the 115. He was never going to do City a favour. He was always going to drag this out. I was talking to Spurs fans and I said this will get dragged out. I said this 2 weeks ago on a space. In my opinion, this will get dragged out. And that's exactly what's happened. Daniel Levy does not like Manchester City Football Club. We are not overly keen on Tottenham Hotspur and Daniel Levy. This was never going to be a smooth transaction. Rodrigo to Liverpool and Donnarumma to United going to be ugly. Martin, you trusting that chef guy? He said he won't have time. No, because I know how what City and Levy think. The Balague comment doesn't say we want a higher fee, just says we decided to keep him. All the Spurs guys thinks it's still on. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. And listen, things may change again. Just chill out. Things may change again. The Tottenham end says the third bid is coming. When, though? I don't know. I think, man, that's the fear with a lot of people. If City don't get Rodrigo, I think he'll go elsewhere? That's the fear with people. People have got this fear that you don't get Rodrigo now, he's going to end up at an Arsenal or a Liverpool, and we've lost him. And that's where I think people are worried. Got to remember at the weekend, you had Oscar Bob, Mamouche, Foden, all of them. That's why I asked last night, is Rodrigo a 100% need or is it a want? There's a difference between a need and a want. People are going, I'm not presuming Savinho's even going to come back into this team and play week in, week out. That's what I'm saying. People are... I'm not 100% sure we need a Rodrigo. Do you want a Rodrigo? Of course you want a player with that quality. Do we need him? I'm not too sure. Do I believe you, Fabrizio has said nothing? You don't have to believe me. I'm just telling, I'm reporting the news, mate. That's all I'm doing. I'm not Fabrizio. I'm not Miana. Savio will probably go after the City Spurs game. Apparently, Spurs going in for a third of bin, and Jack Gorn confirmed it. Would you try and sell Doku and keep Savio and buy Rodrigo? Would I sell Doku? I think Doku's a harder sell because he was £60 million. I think that's where I was okay with Savinho, because he was 20 million. You can get a really good amount of profit on Savinho. With Doku, good player. I think he could be potentially a great player, but he was 55 to 60 million quid. For anybody to buy Doku, for City to turn profit, you're looking at 7 to 80 million quid. Are people going to pay 70 to 80, maybe more, for Doku in this market? I'm not too sure. It's not the player. You got to look at the money involved in it. Doku was not. If Doku was 20 million, different. Doku was not 20 million quid. Same thing with Grealish. Grealish was 100 million. You're never getting 100 million back. You got to take a loss on it. I'm sorry, some guys are naive if you as fuck. If you don't think Savinho is forcing a move, would never bid if they didn't think give him the green light. Rich was the only source that knows what's happening. So we just ignore everybody else then. We ignored all the people who City talked to as well, the Jack Gorns, etc. Listen, if you are a Fabrizio guy and you want to believe it, fine. Where I will say, I think City maybe could have helped themselves a little bit. And shut any of this down. Donnarumma % chance. The problem is with Ederson. Well, we'll get onto this in a minute. I will come to Donnarumma and Ederson. I will. Because again, Galatasaray ain't paying what we want. And Donnarumma only comes if Ederson goes out. I wanted at least say not Rodrigo. It's a good shout. Rodrigo is big name, favouring the opposition up for the project players. That's the thing. It's the Rodrigo's the big name, and I get it. Fabrizio Pep considers Donnarumma one of the best, but Viana can't even get a big name player. Sack him. What? Eddie is not leaving, period. Big up, mate. Always a pleasure tuning to your channel. Savio stays a map. He's a baller. People were saying Savinho shouldn't go when it looked like Rodrigo was coming. That's very true. Look at Rico Lewis, by the way. Rico Lewis went from going to Forest to suddenly not going to Forest. I'm still believing. I'm still not believing shit till Fab Ornstein says it, and that's your opinion, mate. If Ederson is staying, I'm fine with that, but Trafford is number one for me. Some dead source reporting that the Rodrigo prefers to move to Merseyside. Now all these rumours are willing to sell Savinho. Trying to same face like we did over Verts. Why is everyone losing their mind so soon? We played a great game yesterday and Savinho wasn't in the squad. Can quite easily use him as a utility player off the bench. We don't need Rodrigo. That was the question I asked yesterday, Donna. Viana in. Savinho 2 goals a season, but Savinho didn't play and we won 4-0. We are cutting off our noses despite our face with this Savinho move and Ederson move. Right, so Mad Hatter, what would you sell them for then? What genuine question here. What would you sell Savinho and Ederson for? And also, think about this. If Tottenham come to us and they say 60 million, we'll give you 2 million up front and we'll give you the rest over 6 years. Should City take that? Because maybe Madrid don't want that. People, you're looking at fees too literally. That fee's rejected. It's not always rejected because of the fee. It's rejected because of the payment structure. No, you know, we're not bloody one of these payday loans, £1 a week. Apparently I don't, Ozzy. I get no. Apparently I have no say. What the hell? I'm not in the boardroom, people. I'm really not. I think Savinho. I would agree with that. I think Savinho is in a tricky predicament. I do agree with that. Spurs going after Eze, but apparently it was Eze and Savinho. They can't sell Doku, mate. They can't sell Doku. Ed's gone 10 or 50 million pounds for Ederson. Galatasaray won't pay that. That's your problem. Galatasaray are not offering that, Ed, at the moment. We won't buy any players, don't need to. Well, we did win 4-0 at weekend. People seem to think City are a charity. Spot on. City are a business. Pay the going price or sling your hook. Spot on. Savio 60 million, Ederson 12 million. They're not offering 12 million. That's pounds, by the way, I'm presuming. They're not offering 12 million pounds. And we're not at 60 million pounds on Savinho. So all the prices you're all quoting, we ain't getting at. So now we're potentially playing a squad that isn't ours now. All banter aside, Rodrigo has an attitude problem. Pep wouldn't put up with that. Forest builder under 21 English core. You love to see it. Don't forget, you'll have your say tomorrow night. I would, Martin, if I was losing it for free in a year's time. Well, club don't see it that way. My only worry is Bob will get dropped as soon as Savinho comes back. That shouldn't happen. Oscar Bob deserves his chance, has earned his chance, and should be given his chance. He ain't going to get it. Martin, that fee for Ederson is nonsense. We wanted 40 for Maka. We got a buyback, though, with Maka. With McAtee, we got 30 million quid, and we got a buyback and a sell-on. Hey, Jay, welcome. I did say this was coming, and everyone laughed at me. I said the meltdown if this does not come on, because everyone had already pre-booked the shirts. They pre-booked Rodrigo on the back of the shirts. Everyone had done the Donnarumma shirts. And I said, just calm down. Right now, the rumours of Kovacic, Gundo, Akanji, and Ake leaving it in the winner. True. There is possibilities, yes. Pep did mention the Saudi. Just keep an eye on the Saudi situation with some of them. I said something the other day. I said he's not going to play all the uncles, as people called it. And everyone said, yeah, he will, yeah, he will, yeah, he will. No, he didn't. Just relax. Let's this play out. Savio baller. Have I said he's a baller? When did I say he's a baller? See, don't make things up. I've never once said he's a baller. Disagree with me, mate, but don't lie on my name. But Martin Viano's asking, which we don't know what he's asking for. I'll tell you what he is asking for, Ro, more than what Galatasaray are offering. And we blew out. We have a phenomenal squad. We are one of the favourites of the league. Just crying is just silly. We are more than fine. People just want the transfer adrenaline, to be honest. I do agree with that. There's just space in a bit. How can you be okay with Rodrigo going to Liverpool and the team and don't get this fan base? When did I say I was okay with it? Well, can I ask you a question? What can you do about it? You can't buy players based on stopping clubs buying them. We also don't know how reliable. Guillem Balague is close to Pep. It was his ghostwriter. He is close to Pep. Now, he may be wrong. I'm not saying again he's right. That's why I put on the thumbnail, question mark. Question mark. I'm asking the question. That was what's come out. If City want 25 for Ederson, he'll be staying. Won't spend that exactly. Why don't we ever blame the buying club? Why do we never blame the buying club? Let's blame the buying club. Hi, Martin in chat. Love your energy. Negative fans need it. Remind them who. Exactly. Big up, Rose. Knitting is right. No, we're not doing that, mate, because Knitting said something very disgusting the other day. Let's not do that. Don't do that. I'm not gonna praise someone who came out with a very racial comment the other day. Nah. 360 likes, 90 likes, Paul. Come on. Yeah, get them likes up. I'm all for opinions, MCFC 1894, but some of the comments are getting way out of line now. I'm not a main road wanker, sunshine. I'm not a retard. All right? Call me a retard, I'll go to war with people. Bang out of order. So don't encourage that. I'm all for people being emotional, but it's getting out of hand. Docker has been at the club for 2 years, so you're amortised probably 5% of the cost, meaning make a profit above it. Depends how much we put down, Bray. We might not put that much down. That's what we don't know. I don't remember the last time Jack or anything his channel's getting anything right or earlier. Why all the Viana hate? Because everyone got onto the Rodrigo bandwagon. Fabrizio gets stuck before Jack gone now. For the people saying it means Savinho immediately starts and we have forgotten who Pep Guardiola is, he's the type of guy who holds grudges. Spot on. Then we just all got to calm a little bit. I'm all for people disagreeing and having a debate. Let's not go into the name calling stuff and the Viana out and him out. Let's calm a little bit. But we need to get fucking rid of Ederson. He's holding his back. Then get a buyer. Have a go at Galatasaray. Why would no one blaming Galatasaray for being cheap people? Why are they not doing it? Jesus. Well, assuming he stays, what are my expectations? Whoa. Whoa, hang on. Assuming Savio stays, what are my expectations? I think he's going to have to earn his way back in. I don't think he deserves to start. I've got Oscar Bob ahead of him, way ahead of him now. Yeah, it's on Twitter. People are just losing their minds on Twitter. You've got to just relax a little bit. Bob deserves to keep his place on the right wing. Would be exactly spot on, Hong. That's the bit I'm saying. Why should Oscar Bob lose out? Close to Pep, so wasn't he saying Rodriguez mentioned every meeting? Someone, no, not everyone reports everything, mate. It's been an hour, not with anything word on the matter outside the reports, because something wrong before. Also, the same guy that said Pep wasn't coming to set. Fine. You don't have to. No, again, why have put question mark? See, that's what I don't get. That's Nitting wants Savio to get an ACL injury. That's disgusting. Disgusting. Is that what we are as a fan base now? Wishing ACL injuries on players? Disgusting and bang out of order. Rodrigo is better than Mamouche and Savinho combined. Take the money for Ederson and get Donnarumma. Then you need to have a word with Galatasaray. Then Xabi Alonso and Rodrigo's future. There are many rumours in the summer, but I've seen him well, and I counted everyone. I counted Rodrigo for sure, 100%. That's come from him. There you go. No matter, won't matter. He can drag it out. If we can't get a replacement, we won't sell. Spot on. Guillem Balague is very closely to Guardiola. As much as people want the news to be fake, I think this is accurate as you can get. Hello, AA. How the devil are you? Smash the like, subscribe. Big up. Where's that one at now? Martin, tell your source that the club's selling. Great idea. Is this rage baiting? What am I rage baiting about? What am I rage baiting about? I love this. Why are people saying I'm rage baiting or they're rage baiting? Somebody's rage baiting. Somebody's not happy bunny at the minute. Come on, by the way, 450 of you on. We should be on 200 likes. Come on. I know it might be the best news, but we're live for you. We're here. I've come live as soon as I possibly can. Come on, smash the likes to the hard work, people. It's free. Shows a lot of love to the channel. Please, let's get these likes up. Come on. Really does help the your channel grow. That's how it should be. Selection based on performance. That's what I think. Spot on. Oh, I know you weren't saying it was confirmed. Oh, that nobody's. Yeah, I just because there's 400 of people, so I'm trying to keep up, mate. So if I misconstrue any comments, my apologies. Hope he stays at City. He stays at. Let's see how we can slip next season. Oh, right, I get what you mean now. This isn't news. City have maintained the position that we won't sell unless we can get the money we value for him. So as of now, we aren't selling him. That could all change with a new bid. Exactly. If Tottenham coming tomorrow with 70 million, 30 million up front, rest in add-ons, he may go. Let's just chill. Wagwan, hello Tyrone. How the devil are you? My phone, my watch, everything's pumping. If you want to text me that through so I can update people. Elliot, BRBR, I don't know what that means. I might have an idea to tell you so I've done that one. Worried someone will get water and hope Crystal Palace won't release. Martin, when we signed Doku, didn't we pay in cheap installments? I don't actually know that. I don't know. I don't know what installments. I know we pay more installments. I don't know what the installment plan was on Doku. We paid more than people probably initially wanted. Martin Bobby's better than Savio. No one can tell me otherwise. Mate, Oscar Bob is going to be a baller. I am a massive Oscar Bob fan. Massive fan. Do we need Donnarumma? That's a question I'm asked. Do we need Donnarumma when you see James Trafford? But it was only one game from Trafford. By the way, yeah, big up. That has now been confirmed. Naipan has gone to Middlesbrough on a year's loan. So big up to him. I hope he has a great time. No. Leave people at the minute, Dash. Let them go. People are emotional. Savio should hold bench whole season. McAllister should be ahead of him in the hierarchy. I'm curious, is Pep unregistered a player? Does that affect his wages when it comes to UCL? No. Still got to pay them, mate. Bobinho, I'm with you. To be fair, you said Bruno was 98%. I never said anything about Rodrigo or Donnarumma. Jamie, find me a quote when I've said, well, we're buying. I'm winding others up in Judge Mo's and that, yeah, but I've never once said anything on here or any City show. I've said somebody has to go for somebody to come in. And I've always said that. Right, no worries, mate. No worries. I didn't realise you weren't on Twitter. Right, where are we up to? Let's see if we can catch up with some of the comments. Because I'm way behind, and you lot are all legends. Martin, check your phone. I've just checked it. Yeah, you're fine, dude. Don't just let them vent. Let them vent. Unless they go personal. No one has a great time in that shithole at Borough. Oh dear. We need a glass blower to fix our players' ankles. We must get behind our players through thick and thin, leave things that happened last season. Let's come together and stop the petty things we cry about. You, our old guys. I'm learning from spot on. Love that comment. Love it. My sentiments exactly. Big up, Antandili Banda. Big up, mate. Sending Naipan to Middlesbrough is just cruel. Joe Butter is right. Why is it cruel? I don't see why it's cruel. Now that I asked about Rodrigo, but think we desperately need a goalie. Stratford has no experience in Champions League matches. You just can't put him out there and expect him to perform after one game. Well, here's a question to do. How did Musiala become Musiala? How did Wirtz become Wirtz? You have, as I said in the space, you only gain experience by being giving the experience. So there's a double-edged sword on that. Don't think the news is true. Martin, pump up the jam. Crazy. Does it matter if he's paid over years if you're not desperate for cash? Yes, it does. Does, Jamie? Yeah. It matters, yeah. It's a setter. Not so much on the PSR books, but it matters to the club. Big up, Paolo. Bet you're happy as Larry at the moment. You have to hit the likes. Yeah, come on, hit those likes, people. We should be on 200 at least. We really should. I'm going to have a little check now. What are we on? Why is that doing that? Come on. What are we on? 167 likes. Come on. Hit that like button. We should be on 200. Hugo behind is trying to milk Tottenham too much by rejecting the second Savinho bid. Spurs might just walk away. Have we not got a right to? Do we not get milked? Do we not get milked as a football club? We have Bob, Rodrigo, who? How much do we trust this Savio news? I suppose it's the only news we can go off. Keep the GOAT Savinho, second coming of Mahrez. I honestly don't want a not bought in Ederson or Savinho in the squad. I want everyone pulling the same direction. No, and that's fair enough, Sean. Savinho needs to learn how to shoot. I accept that. He does need to improve that. What if this is a tactic from Spurs for City to accept the next bid? Time will tell. The trouble is, it's running out of time. This is part of the problem. We're running out of time. Martin, we won't manage 40 million for Savio next year. It's a disaster business. Still 2 weeks left. Let's see what happens. We should get Rodrigo by any chance. We need a big-time game changer player besides Haaland. Do not have anyone of that caliber start. Martin, Champions League final tomorrow. Who's your ideal front six? Right now, Haaland, Mamouche on the left, Foden and Cherky on the right. Foden, Fern, the other one goes in as the 10. Reinders, Rodra. There you go. I feel like Hugo behind is trying to milk. Oh, we've done that one. If Rodrigo doesn't happen, we should go for a lease, say 2026 release clause and a homegrown. Good. I won't mind that, you know. Prove me wrong, Elisa. Hope you're good. I'm very good, mate. I know some are not very good right now. They're very angry. Very angry outdoor bench. But I hope you're well, mate. As much as we hate Liver, I feel something got to give from our end when we have the possibility of signing Rodrigo, e.g. accepting payment plan. Maybe City have to give a little bit. Martin, I can hear for reassurance. I'm absolutely good. I can't say anything about keeping to his true. All I would say is, let's see. It's the only reassurance I can give. This is the problem. People live on Fabrizio. And he's normally very good. No doubt about it. But the one thing you got to realise is Galatasaray, because everyone's going, well, Galatasaray is saying they don't want 25 million. Well, we don't fully know because Galatasaray haven't fully bidded. They've made one bid. That was 10 million euros. That wasn't enough. Right. So now the ball goes back to Galatasaray. When are we going to have a go at the club trying to buy them? We're not a charity. Why is it when City knock on someone else's door, we have to pay top price, but when somebody else does it for us, we've got to let them go for nothing? But it's business. Real Madrid, while deals with his crooks, well, we haven't actually officially opened anything with them. Foden need Rodri to come back. Martin, we won't manage 5 minutes, so we've done that one. I feel like Bian is trying to milk Tottenham. Bian can't get a big name player. Rodrigo's been waited by Pep since 3 years, but he can't get a single player for him. You got 6 for him this year, mate. I can't just bring Graham Bailey on in an instant, mate. It has to be pre-arranged about a week in advance. We will get him. We will get Graham Bailey back on. We will. This is a dead source. I don't know why people are panicking so much. I think it's his relationship with Pep. Over 400 people watching. Let's get those likes up. Smash that like button and subscribe. Big up, mate. Thank you so much. Martin, you're looking handsome today. I do try. Martin, why reject 10 for Ederson this year when we're losing for free? Because they rate him higher than 10 million euros. Swap Savinho on cash for Rodrigo. Graham Bailey 3 hours said Man City are reluctant to sell Savinho before the Spurs game. Where was that? Was that on his Twitter? Was that on his Twitter? That's what I'm asking. Is this on his Twitter or is this on his... there's been no updates. The only thing that came out was from that, is it Existant? Existant? He said, I haven't heard anything yet from my source, but Guillem Balague is a reliable journalist, so I wouldn't fully dismiss it. As soon as I'm notified, I'll let you know this is true or not true. If Savinho doesn't leave, Rodrigo will not come. They're both mutually exclusive. That is correct. They are both mutually exclusive. One needs to happen for the other one. So we'll see if there's anything else. There's nothing else really out there. There really isn't. There's nothing much out there. That's a very nice training top. I might buy that. There's nothing much out there at all. It's just City fans debating with other City fans. There's Xabi Alonso on the Rodrigo future, saying there are many rumours in the summer, which we talked about earlier. That was from Fabrizio. He counts on him 100%. That's the other thing. Maybe, just maybe, Xabi Alonso said, I don't want to sell Rodrigo. There could be all sorts of things here. Xabi Alonso may not want to sell Rodrigo, so we've said, right, we'll keep Savinho. No one gave the reason. City do need to sell to bring in people. Spot on, bells. Because Ederson wants to go, Martin, his head is gone. Doesn't mean we accept anything for him. I think the third bid will get accepted, if there is a third bid. Because when City are buying, they usually have a few years left in their contracts. When City sell their players, they have a year left. But we're also treble winners. Treble winners. I mean, fair enough, but he has months left in his contract. Savio being open for a move means his head isn't here. Don't want him anymore. He's doing an Ederson. Why would Jack 10 for this year? We're losing for nothing next year. It might be a dead source, but it's still better to have reassurance of what player will stay or not. Can we do a circle to summon Bailey? He wrote an article. Who did? Guillem Balague was the ghostwriter of Pep Guardiola's books. TalkSport, Guillem Balague, he's got 1 million subscribers, followers, you know. He's not like some jumped up nobody. People are talking like Guillem Balague's a nobody. I wouldn't mind 1 million bloody followers, thanks very much. Jesus. You don't get 1 million followers because you don't know what you're doing, people. You don't interview someone like Messi. He interviewed so many top people. I think Guillem Balague is a bit of a somebody, people. Oh yeah, there's a different source. Then he said he'd take the euros, £60.4 million, and he doesn't think we need to replace him. So there's a different spin on it. Fans will be critical if we sold players for really low fees this summer at clubs. He's being run correctly. Have a price, and price needs to be met. I'm with you, mate. Spot on, Super Twin. Getting mugging sold, always messing around, chance to guys, dog shit, scored 1 goal last season. Why are we scared? Very rare new signings go straight in anyways. Have to go. No worries, mate. Take care. Claudio club in Germany wants him. Is that a Dortmund by any chance, mate? A little Borussia Dortmund? Yeah, I remember when everyone was glazing Echeverri. And now everyone's okay with him going to Borussia Dortmund, potentially. Rico, yep, he's staying. Yeah, reported that yesterday. Rico is staying now. He wants to stay. He wants to fight for his place. Martin, did you take that photo of the Etihad? Wow. No, we just got it off the bit of research. I have got loads of photos of the Etihad, though. Has any other journal come and said to me, staying? I haven't seen anything. No, not as of yet. Maybe Pep and Savio have had a heart-to-heart. Maybe. Off topic, what is that with Echeverri? Probably going to Dortmund, it looks like. He has had a slight knock, but it looks like Dortmund, maybe the team. If that was me, I would sell Savinho for 60 million and whatever and add a few and go for a top right back. See, some people would go for a right back for minimal. they'd rather go for a right back than a left winger. If we sell Savinho, then we kiss goodbye to any future testimonials. Ridiculous. Yeah, it does. What does treble winners have anything to do with how we're buying or selling players? Because they have to go with the respect, mate. You don't just buy a scrub player. There is a lineage to the players. There is a lineage, so come on. Martin Biana out, this is pure chaos, Martin. Why so much chaos? Because fans are emotional, that's why. Spurs source saying Spurs will bid again for Savio. Then let's see. I think clubs don't want to pay good money for us because most people don't like Man City. Tottenham don't like Man City. Martin, having a bring it. Nope, never doing that, mate. Let's not be silly now. Not much of a ghostwriter if we know who he is. That isn't what a ghostwriter is, but I do like the joke. If we don't get Donnarumma, Rodrigo could piss any chance we have of winning the league. Sorry, did we win 4-0 yesterday with them? Were they on the pitch, Callum? Were they on the pitch? Come on, what are we doing here? Let's not chuck the baby out with the bathwater, people. He works for ESPN, it's not that deep. Savio decision, it's City's decision. Pep wants him to stay. There you go. Martin, bring on your source. Already answered that. Why would all of a sudden is he deciding to post transfer? Is he trying something? No. Guillem Balague isn't. I don't think some of you realise who Guillem Balague is, do you? He's not some jumped up nobody. Guillem Balague wrote Messi, Maradona, Pep, but yeah, he's very big in Spain, massive in Spain. But MCFC, stop. I'm not going to out who I speak to, mate. Balague was the main man before these other ITKs started spamming. Just going to be frustrating. Yeah, I understand the frustration. I get it. I do get that. Exactly. Relax, everyone. Case Sarah. I would keep Echemesa, but you guess what? But this is the problem, Sean. You can't keep him and then buy Rodrigo. Where's Oscar? But you can't keep everybody. Rico, new contract incoming. Yep. Over the moon about that. Big up Rico Lewis and his new contract. Any news on Ortega? Well, we'll see. What's my favourite host? Florida. Love Florida, mate. But last time, calm down. We're not doing that. Because people are allowed their to not be known. Not everyone wants to be on YouTube, mate. Is it true Rico rejected the contract? He did, but now he's come back. Come back now. He's had a change of heart and he wants to stay at Manchester City now. So big up Rico. Mike, what's going on? No Savinho, no Donnarumma within like an hour. We just hot. The both will be announced today. I'm one of those people. Heart to heart, he needs a ball to net. Mike Emian saying, yes, that could be a possibility as well. Definitely. Is it too late to get a refund? See, why have you gone and got your Rodrigo shirt? I told you this last night, mate. Right, why shows? Right. Stop. Clubs don't like City, but they love our academy. Of course they do. Mike, did you see Cherky giving some to 8-0 because he lost while playing? Yeah, I'm gonna love a bit of Ryan Cherky at this club. The same respect that Walker got, and then he went on to Rio's podcast, like the time kind of respect you're speaking about. Laugh out loud. No, Martin, I meant is. Oh, right, okay. We won 4-0 yesterday and didn't leave second game. We want Rodrigo. No need him. That's reality. And with you, mate. Martin, what's the latest on Donnarumma? Nothing will happen until Ederson leaves. At the moment, Galatasaray will not pay the money. So, Donnarumma does not happen unless Ederson leaves. And at the moment, yeah, Ederson's not going until they bid. This is what I'm saying. We need to start looking at the buying club as well. People are happy with selling them for low fees because the replacement is an upgrade. Sadly, you can't do business like that. You can't do business like that, Phoenix. The other way, Billing is a huge guy around Pep. Yeah, I don't know where this thing of Guillem Balague is small and doesn't understand it. Guillem Balague is huge. Mike Madrid channels have been banned as a source, by the way. Yeah, that's because that's fine. Because he is a Barca guy more. That's why he does so much for Messi. He's more a Barca guy. Yeah, I agree with that. Guillem Balague is a well-known, respected name in European football. What has happened to Tone? Is he coming back? No, Tone has left completely and will not be coming back, but he does say hello to everyone. Yes, let's keep it respectful. Oscar Bob's only promising winger we have. He has, so's Fabrizio, Cade. But you're all up Fabrizio's rear end at the minute. Fabrizio's got things wrong, Cade. Everyone gets things wrong. Mate, how would you react if it was Mbappe instead of Rodrigo? I don't think we need either of them, mate. My stocks are fully in Oscar Bob. They're fully in Oscar Bob. I think we sell Cover, Gundo, and keep Echemesa. We'll see. We'll see. No matter I meant that he writes books that don't post transfer rumours, some of the bitches going on. But he didn't really post anything. He just said he didn't post any rumours. He just said Pep, because the actual quote was, City have decided Savinho is to stay. That's all he's put. I think people are reading too much into that. He just put a statement out. No behind the chaos to footballers' agent media spreading rumours. I don't think Balague is likely to put out fake news that will end up making him look incompetent. He has got things wrong before. He has. Yes, I understand people are angry and they're disappointed. I understand that. I'm not having a go at people. That's why we're not banning people. We get people are angry. Some are disappointed. I fully understand that. But I'm disappointed. We're not even at 200 likes yet. Come on, what are we doing here? Not even at 200 likes. Big up JMCFC again for that. It'll be interesting to see Rodrigo's in the Madrid squad tomorrow, how many minutes he'll get. Probably just don't want to be here next year saying, yeah, we had the chance to sign him, about to enter their primes. We just didn't. The problem is, Phil Foden, we didn't have the space to just buy him. Somebody had to go for somebody to come in. Mike Madrid channels are in band. Yep, done that one. Oscar Bob redemption season arc around the corner, first of the season. Many more to come. The transfer will go through, but after the Spurs match. Praying Savio balls out now if it will hurt so much if he doesn't hit the levels. Can LB raid his info? I don't think LB's live. I think LB's live very soon. I think is he doing a I think he's doing Amos and Hugh at the moment. I mean, there's rumors going now. Pamela was sent a message that I told everyone Rodrigo and Donnarumma is going to happen. Never once said that. I've never once said Donnarumma and Rodrigo are 100% happening. So again, please be careful what you read about me, because people tell lies. And I've noticed that since I've got more full-time into this, I've noticed that the game people play online. People do tell little porcupines about me. LB's live in 5 minutes. I will redirect you all over there soon. Martin, them messages were before you told me to stop. No worries. I'm way behind on comments. So if I might be even 5-10 minutes behind. So my apologies to everyone. Big up Dash Smash. How the devil are you, mate? Savinho wants to play at left wing and need more game time. He is getting it at Spurs while playing in Champions League with better wages. He will move for sure, according to my understanding. Both deals are dead, in my opinion. I don't think we are selling Ederson either, because Galatasaray won't pay the money that City want, and that sucks for me. I wanted Donnarumma. My boy Trafford it is then. I'll ask for store credit. I wanted Rodrigo, but I'm also fine with keeping Savinho. Still need someone that's able to hold width. If I didn't have Oscar Bob, I'll be serious. I'd be a bit more worried, but I told you, I'm full of Oscar Bob stocks right now. I thought Galatasaray came back and was serious this time, Martin. Well, clearly not. Put the money on the table. Show me the money. I think the narrative Checo's ego. Yeah, that's another thing that was said. Sell Rico after the World Cup. Probably does okay, so we get more money. No, Rico will be staying. How much would we get for Ortega? 5? I don't know. I'm guessing at that point. Why do we behave like a small club? Why we behaving like a small club? Begging players who went out to stay at the club like Walker, then we go and decline, but Pep ain't the problem at some point. I don't get the small club part. City have never been a small club, mate. Hit like for right now, help him. You have no excuses. Spot on. Pab said today Gallagher and City are still negotiating. Been negotiating for a bloody long time, though, haven't they? I'm good with Ederson and Trafford, also with Savinho, as long as we get it right back. Martin Gain, why don't you post Champions since you're always right? Because I don't want to be that kind of, I don't want to be an ITK, mate, if I'm honest with you. Because it's not worth the hassle. From Euphoria to Flats Pancake in 48 hours. Where are these news that Savinho stays? Guillem Balague, mate. Why have no unknown City players backed up Guillem There. Guillem Balague's tweet. Don't know. But Balague said Pep City won't be manager. Yeah. Fabrizio also said good Morgan Gibbs White was joining as well. I got that wrong. He got that wrong. So what we doing here, Cade? City are not FIFA, not how our owners operate. What's happened to Craig Party time? No idea. I hope he's all right, though. Is it legit, Martin? I have no idea. I'm reacting to the news the same way you people are reacting. Big up, mate. How you doing, Andrew? Hope you are well. Everyone missing some facts. Have City ever said they want to sell Savinho? It's a great question. It's a great question. It's a great question. Martin, I'm angry because it's the hope that we create that's the thing. Are you angry because of it's not happening? Are you angry because you got hyped? What I mean is by that is you think you're getting a PlayStation 5 for Christmas. You don't get a PlayStation 5. But you got a PlayStation 4. It's a pretty good PlayStation 4. But you're going to have a kick-off because in your head, you program yourself to the PlayStation 5. Yeah, take your frustrations out on the like button. Come on. Why is Fab quiet? Well, there you go. Amos and Q, yes, 6:45. LB meltdown going to be monumental. Before all this, did you want them to or no? I would have liked them. Yes, of course I would have. Both very good players. Was we desperate? I will put it this way, Phil Foden. They were a want, not a need. They were a want, not a need. They were the cherry on top of the proverbial cake. Think this is dry, but the price to me was sold after the Spurs game. My light registered. Now, big up. Thank you, Katha. He could be wrong yet. Time can change things, but it's very doubtful. Guillem Balague is just putting out fake news. Was Savinho actually injured? He did have a knock, yes. Fabrizio was wrong about Spurs signing Morgan Gibbs White. He ain't always right. Some people have got so high stocks in Fabrizio, they will never say that he does that wrong. Never. Some people literally just believe everything Fabrizio Romano says. Love Oscar Bob to death, but he's not a touchline winger. We don't play touchline wingers, Kiri. That's what I keep saying. We don't play touchline wingers. It's not the way we do it. Fans have got to stop putting what they want on to the team, and then when it doesn't happen, moaning. We don't play old-fashioned wingers, byline, put the ball across. We don't. We're very intricate, tricky, trap back, running off the ball, running with the ball. It's not about just crossing. I'm happy with whatever City go with, either Savinho or Rodrigo. I don't think Savinho can play left wing. He can play role of touchline winger. People getting really big up on this touchline winger. Morgan was like, not at Spurs. Here we go, said Fabrizio. Comparing a 20-year-old to a year-old Kyle Walker is crazy. 30-year-old. Ederson has one foot out the door and Savio does not want to be here. He's at Bomber. What Bomber? What Bomber are we on now? What Bomber? I don't get what you mean by Bomber. I don't get what Bomber. What Bomber? I'm not saying no Bomber. There's no Bomber here. Where's he? He's at Bomber. No, he's at Bomber, people. Fab never said was joining. That was just on the list. Yeah, so he said we're going big into. No, Rodrigo. No. Someone. Savinho has to leave to even entertain Rodrigo, mate. Where's the notion coming that you and I did you claim? Nope. I share some information that I hear. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. But I only share it on here. I don't share it on a lot of things. I don't put tweets out or anything like that, Flaws. Always said that. Do I get some things right? Yes. Do I hear some things? Yes. That's what it is. I don't brag about it. Big up. I'm good, but we move on. Love Savinho. I always say reportedly as well. I always say reportedly. We got Cherky and Reinders, people. Spot on. It's a hope that kills you. Yes, and that's what is killing people. There's a good chance to be honest, just trying to get the best deal for both Rodrigo and Donnarumma. In order to do that, he can't fully invest. We were promised a PS5 and found a pair of socks under the Christmas tree. Martin of the club said they are making Bob as main right winger, and then if these Rod came in, I would be totally fine. But all this chaos for nothing. I'm investing in Bobber stocks. Let's go. See, I think this is a great tweet. Galatasaray and Spurs are unserious. The first person here to actually blame the buying club. Well done. That's where I'm at. Can we blame the buying club for a change? Thank you, Scott. What's happening? Guillem Balague's put a tweet out saying Savinho is staying and everyone's lost their mind. Yeah, we haven't played touchline wingers since signing Sterling. No, we have not. Did anyone listen to what Pep said about Savinho on Friday? I urge you to listen. Yeah, people don't. Because it isn't what they want to hear, mate. That's why. Would you agree Chafford deserves to be our number one keeper? I would agree with that one, yes. I would agree with that. Martin, try and get LB on space. No, I'm doing a space at half 6 anyway. So I will send you over there. Can I remind everyone, Fab doesn't work for City and he's not a City spokesperson. Yeah. You do a great job, Martin. Top channel, top guy. I'm trying, mate. I'm trying. I'm pushing. No, I appreciate everyone who's here. Appreciate the support and I love it. Thank you so much. We're going to end in 5 minutes. I am going to send you all over to LB though at 6:45 to have a little chat, to have a little bit of loving, whatever. Because I will be on space then. Let me just add the redirect. Add the redirect on now. LB. There it is. Right. So at the end of this, we're going to do 5-10 more minutes and then I'll send you all over to LB. So that's locked in. Thank you very much. I invested in Oscar Bob. I'm well invested in Oscar Bob. Oh, I'm the only one that has buffering. If you have buffering, give it a little refresh. See if that helps. Stream is dead. Buffering is completely frozen. Has it? Didn't have a moment. Am I still? Oh, you're letting me something know and I didn't know. I've had nothing on this thing to tell me we were buffering. Oh, it's fine. Weird. Apologies about that. Don't know what happened there. Interesting. Balague is the only one coming out so far. I would have thought City Journals would have come out. But Daniel Levy is a pain to deal with. I think Biana just decided it isn't worth it. Agree buying club, low balling guy, great club. I apologise for anyone who's got buffering. I do apologise about that. I'm not buffering anymore. Am I fine now? Am I fine? Super. Thank you. Mine's fine. Super. YouTube glitching. Yeah, might have been a glue tube. A YouTube, not a glue tube. Doku, better Bob and Savinho. Fab claims are the same as everyone else. Rodrigo when it comes. Exactly. That's one thing Fabrizio has always said. And I've always said it. Rodrigo and Donnarumma only happen if Savinho and Ederson leave. That is it. People who didn't believe in Bob don't get on the hype train now. I'm a big component of Bob. That's why I was upset the other day. The Mancunian when he was about to say, no, that's way gone now. Chris Rigg died. No. Whoa, change that. He hasn't died. The interest died. He hasn't died. Thank you, Ed. I hope you're around in the next 10 minutes for the space. Spurs are unserious. Exactly. Now we're getting there. How about we all blame Fab as it's all his claims, City saying little? It's a great point. Yeah, Savio's so bad. Why is Spurs looking to try, reportedly break all these windows? Interesting about the only guy saying it. We've done that one. Man, Daniel Levy's a pain. Done that one. Right. We've done hour and 10. We'll wrap it up there. This will take you to LB. Tomorrow night at 10 p.m. there is going to be a calling show. Yes, you may be emotional, you may be upset. Please remain respectful. I understand people are angry, they're emotional because you all put your stocks in certain things and it may not happen. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m, we will have your say. Please remain respectful. So we'll do it. And that's fine for LB to think that. Because LB's got all his stocks in that, so let's see. Leanne, the Spurs fan, is gutted. Who's Leanne, the Spurs fan? Oh, good. It's LB starting to doubt if the news is true. Bad time to do a calling show. I know we might readjust that. I'm excited. We won 4-0, so we'll just say we don't need that overrated bench warmer. Great show, Martin. Exciting season. Anyway, this is going to take you straight to it. LB is live in 20 minutes. No, it's YouTube, mate. It's YouTube. YouTube's glitching out. So smash them few likes on the way out, and we'll see you all tomorrow night for the fan calling show, the fans forum. Take care, and as always, up the Blues. Anything breaks, we'll be back. Space in 7 minutes. Take care, all.